Alright, hello, and this is week 1 of the CWL against Blaze. This is, who is probably one of the scariest teams of the league. Blaze's team consists of, just a second, this is my horrible way of censoring the camera because I don't know how to edit. Team of Magearna, Alakazam, Galvantula, Tentacruel, Hitmon top, Pilotfly, Mega Charizard Y, Z using Zygarde 50%, Lycan Rockdusk, Z using Rotom, and Shiftry. And my team consists of Necrozma, Alolan, Ninetales, Arcanine, Vaporeon, Gligar, Sandslash, Alola form, which is a Z user. Necrozma is also the Z user. I forgot to mention that. Mega Scizor, Kamo, Shaman, Chansey, and Omastar. Sorry, not Omastar. Caracosta. I FA'd for Omastar later. Yeah, it's Caracosta at this point. And Caracosta is the Z user instead of Sandslash. Right, I forgot to say that. Alright. So, in my team, we have Cell Smash, Caracosta with, Waterfall, Rock Slide, and Aqua-Jet. Just Aqua-Jet for priority, Rock Slide coverage for Zygarde 50%, and stuff like that. Solid Rock so I can, live 1,000 Arrows, Thunderbolt, Strolunge better, without, the sturdy thing is kind of a trade-off, though, because being able to consistently, have that built-in Focus Sash is a nice thing, but I decided to go for Solid Rock. Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Roar, Kamo with Focus Sash. The reason I have Focus Sash Roar is because if, say the Zygarde 3% of the Magearna sets up to Oblivion, I can roar it out with the Focus Sash, single time use only though. But it gives me that one free chance of not losing the game immediately. And Necrozma is Calm Mind, Moonlight, Photon Geyser, Heat Wave, basically to set up and just have good coverage and deal damage. Gligar with Roost, Stealth Rock, Toxic, and Knockoff. No Defog because it's on Scizor, and no Earthquake because I figured Knockoff was just a better move due to the utility, and I did need Toxic for, some of the bulkier mons, like the Hitmon top, the Zygarde, stuff like that, and the Piloswine. I just figured it was better. Arcanine with Leftovers, Morning Sun, and Toxic. I'll give you 10 seconds to figure out the other two moves. Just put it in the comments if you think you know what they are. Alright, time's up. They're Flamethrower and Hidden Power Ice. Didn't guess that? Well, too bad. Hidden Power Ice is a nice tech that I have on my Arcanine for Zygarde, and the reason is because it does 50% to 75%, I think, 50%-ish. I don't know, it does around 50%, that's what my calc said, to the Zygarde, which is a really solid chunk, and of course, there's no way that Blaze is going to be expecting that. And then just Flamethrower for the fire coverage. And then Scizor with Roost, Defog, U-Turn, and Bullet Punch. Just, kind of for the defogging, the longevity, the momentum with U-Turn, and the priority. Standard Scizor. So let's get battle going. Alright. So, I lead off with Caracosta, because I can just start, Cell Smashing up and just dent the team. But, there comes the Charizard, and I'm like, oh, great, why didn't I rank 30? Because I have to switch out here, because I don't live a Solar Beam. So, I go right into my Arcanine, because that can take any hit from Charizard pretty well, even an Air Slash. Lucky for me, Magearna comes in, so I'm like, yay! And at this point, I haven't revealed I'm special. It's just like really the beginning of the match. So I figure, hey, I can just pull off a Toxic, and there's no way the Magearna's staying in. Because either Magearna's staying in or it's Volt Switching out. And I'm a pretty slow Arcanine. So yeah, I just get to Toxic the Zygarde 50%, which is really nice, as you'll see later. So basically, Zygarde 50% takes some Toxic damage, and then just fires off 1,000 arrows. I live this 1,000 arrows. I know I live this 1,000 arrows. But it crits me. Thankfully for me, I live and am able to pull off my nice hidden power ice. I, in return, also get a crit, so that's very, very good for me. And the Zygarde 50% just drops to the Toxic damage, which is great. Whew, that was nice. The Charizard comes back in, but I'm figuring, hey, I can Morning Sun on the Magearna. Like, I realized I outspeed that. I can do that. And since I don't really need Scizor due to the matchup, I can kind of just sack it. Like, there's no, like, hazard setting involved on the team, so I just tried to sack it. The Charizard goes for an Air Slash, so I get to have a bit of Bullet Punch chip onto the Charizard. I just realized I haven't been able to show you the amazing names on the opposing side of the field, the GQ. But yeah, I just fire off a Bullet Punch to sack the Scizor. Does a pretty good chunk, and then another Air Slash takes me down. I was hoping that I would be able to live, and then I would get another Bullet Punch off, but alas, you know, it was good enough. So I send in my Komodo here, and at this point I'm like, I just gonna go for a Dragon Dance. Hope I don't get flinched. If I get flinched, then oh well. I'm on the back foot, but I'm not completely like out of the game. It's not like I instantly lose if I get flinched. But I'm able to Dragon Dance because I had speed and it's better than Dragon Clawing since I'm slower. Without a Dragon Dance, and I get the boosted attack, so I just get to Dragon Claw right here. And I actually end up killing the Charizard. I think that was a roll, but I'm glad. If it wasn't, then, well, I would have just gone into Caracosta and Aqua Jetted it. But I sacked the Komodo because the only reason for me keeping the Komodo is to check the Lycanroc Dusk, and since it no longer does that, I just let it go down. And this actually gives me the perfect opportunity, just as sunlight's faded, to go right into my Caracosta since, well, like I said before, I'm Solid Rock for the drill run, so I can kind of just do that. And however, Lycanroc switches out into the Magearna, so I get my Shell Fresh for free. I did not get greedy to set up another Shell Smash because Floor Cannon kills me, and I'm glad I didn't. I don't know what the Magearna goes for here because it literally just drops to my Z Waterfall here, so that's nice. Magearna, possibly one of the scariest mons in League, and that everyone was calling for its ban, getting killed by a PU mon in one move. Nice job. Good job, Pokemon. You're a fair and balanced game. But at this point, I have a Caracosta. Oh, here's the Rotom, which might be Scarf. That's nice. So I decide to Aqua Jet here, to get the chip on the Rotom, rather than find out whether it's Scarf. Spoiler alert, it was, so I made the right play. And here's where I actually find out if it's Scarf. Oh, no, rather than going into Gligar here and knocking off, I decide to go into my, it switches out, which is a good indicator that it's Scarfed. And in comes the Alakazam, which I completely forgot existed. So this Photon Geyser does minimal amounts of damage to it. Like, that's about as much as the Calcs say, which is not that much. So I have to switch out, and I go into the Gligar, when this Alakazam almost loses me the game. What, you ask? Calm mind. Yeah, that thing can kill me. Just saying, that can kill me, like, right here. Shadow Ball is good. And I probably still would have lived a Psychic, though. But I'm just glad that I was able to take it out with Knockoff, because I don't have any priority left. Wait, do I? Oh, yeah, no, I don't. So, here's the Rotom, which I just let go for the Hidden Power Ice to kill me, since, you know, rather let it go down than go into Necrozma and have it predict me and go for the Shadow Ball and just me being on the back foot again. I mean, it doesn't, like, put me on the back foot, but it definitely weakens me. And it basically makes it so, like, I don't have a guaranteed victory, and the Laganok might be able to take it back, but no. I just go straight for the Photon Geyser to take out the Rotom, which drops right then and there. I reveal my leftovers. Finally. Just haven't took damage, and here comes the Lycanroc Dusk. Now, at this point I was like, oh crud, it's Swords Dance. I need to Photon Geyser. Otherwise I probably would have Calm Minded, but it misses the Stone Edge, which is really good for me because it gives me a guaranteed 2-0 victory instead of a guaranteed 1-0 victory. Basically what happens is if the Stone Edge hits, like does like over half, I go into wait. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. But basically, like, if it went for Stone Edge, I would go for the Photon Geyser. If it didn't kill, I would go into Gligar to sack it off. And I don't know why I would do that, but yeah, I think I either had a guaranteed 2-0 victory or lost. But anyway, 2-0 victory against the scariest team in the league. The next person I'm battling has Protein Greninja, which I also allowed in this league. Why did I do that? Well, you'll get to see me face off against Greninja with Protein and Mowile, who kind of wrecks my team. Good job, me. I drafted a crap team without an Electric type, Ghost type, or Dark type. No, I'm not kidding. It actually doesn't have any of those. Yeah, well, I'll see you next time. This was a short battle, so, yeah, basically.